Hello guys, I'm JSD. I'll be talking to you guys today about the Observer and buttons, myths, and reality. So there's a lot of myths going around, technically people calling it reality, that observers take one tick to, you know, like, like as soon as it receives an update, it takes one tick to pulse, right? Well, that is not the case. The observers actually take 3 ticks in this case. Here I'm showing it to you right now. But observers, when they're getting updates from other observers, they take 1 tick. See, those pistons fired at the same time. Even though in Java Edition it's usually just 2 ticks, it takes 4 ticks for the piston to push, and same thing with the observers. Now, before we get on to some more Observer Mania, let's talk about buttons. Now, look at here, we have a range from instant to 4 tick delay, right? Now check what happens when I press this button and look at the first 3 pistons. They all extend and retract at the same time, just like they're pieces of redstone. Why is that? Well, apparently buttons have this weird thing where they take away a tick from each item, basically, except for the redstone, of course. So basically the observer would take 2 ticks to pulse, and the 3 ticks will take 2 ticks, the 4 ticks will take 3 ticks, and yeah, the 2 ticks will take 1 tick, which makes these guys instant. But what about the case of the observer? Well, when those give updates, yup, you get a nice worm going. Because unlike the button, this thing doesn't remove the first tick from anything, which is nice, and we can use that to our advantage. Therefore, this makes buttons really flawed because they remove the first tick from everything. I hope that gets changed because it's a pretty broken mechanic. I hope it's not an intended feature. But let's try this with the lever, let's see. Oh, we get the same outcome. How about redstone blocks and torches? Let's check those out. Redstone block. Same thing. And the torch doesn't even make it. Oh, my bad, because, yup, it was on the redstone. Wait, the first piston doesn't even fire. That's interesting. Okay, but we actually gotta test the redstone torch. So basically, any direct source of power is gonna remove 1 tick, but especially buttons, because buttons are probably one of the most used ways to turn on redstone contraptions. Yeah, so buttons and basically every single direct power source is broken. Now, nowadays we need to use observers or redstone repeaters that have been 2 ticked or, you know, further down the line. Now, I tried one solution, which was doing it with blocks, but apparently, well, I should just show you. Yep, there is no solution to this thing. So apparently blocks just follow the same behavior as redstone and just, yeah, removes the 1 tick entirely. But observers stay the same, which is nice. And I tried doing a block of redstone getting pushed, because that's technically kind of indirect. But still, yeah, everything gets removed 1 tick. Now I'll show you the rest of the observer stuff. So now that I said, you know, observers react to 3 ticks, here is even more proof of it. We know buttons are, you know, a bit, you know, bad, but let's go on with it. So let's do instant. The observer will act only once, and you know, and the redstone repeater flashes twice, but the observer only reacts once because it's, you know, 3 ticks. Next is the 1 tick, 2 tick, and the 3 tick. It actually activates twice this time because of the 3 tick, and this is the 4 tick, which of course you already know the outcome of this. Yeah, so in Java Edition, of course, the observer will activate all the time, doesn't matter what really update, and this would be, you know, 2 ticks. Oh no, just 2 pulses, not 2 ticks. But sadly we don't have that in Bedrock Edition, and that's probably one of the biggest myths ever. This is now that I have this knowledge, I probably need to fix like some designs that, or just, you know, concepts that I've made because of this really weird mechanic that observers take 3 ticks to fire, and that buttons and any other direct power source removes a tick from any repeater, observer, or yeah, basically. Here is something funky I made. In theory, all of these should fire at the same time, but it's kind of random. Look at this. It's really like random, but most of the time it's that one, yeah, like you just saw. But this one fires first. It's really weird, and I have no idea what to say about this. But it seems like I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this. I have no explanation for this whatsoever. I just know, in theory, these should fire at the same time, but they don't, which means there's an update order happening in the game, which I should find out soon, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure people will need that info after seeing this video. One more thing I did not know about the Observer is that they're pretty good zero-tick generators. Like, check this out. The redstone doesn't fire, like, or it doesn't, like, light up, and the piston activates, but it does activate later, but it has no point because the piston's already activated. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's another zero-tick generator. The redstone doesn't light up at all in this case. I'll go a bit higher. And this one is the best one. Why? It's an automatic zero-tick like generator clock. You see, none of this redstone lights up, but look. This is a true zero-tick. Also, if you didn't know, a zero-tick is basically when the piston and block that's getting pushed is powered at the same exact time. I have no idea if it works like this, probably not, but yeah, it only works like this. Too bad it can't spit out a block like in Java Edition, but they can one-tick a block, and yeah. And this is probably the most interesting feature about the Observer. It's a good zero-tick generator, which is pretty unexpected, honestly. It's supposed to be for one-ticking, but apparently zero-ticking? That is a new feature. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's been fun making this, and if you guys like it, please like the video and subscribe for more stuff like this. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.